Hello fellow foodies, and welcome to part 3 of 3 here in New Delhi. I can't wait to take you on this epic adventure. My name is Mike Gunn, co-founder of Fazzle Socks, where we employ hundreds of artisans in need, and we also use our profits from the company to support children's homes. When I'm not in the office, this is what I love to do. I love to show off all the exciting food and travel here in India. And without further ado, let's get going. One of my favorite restaurants in town called Gato. They are kind of an Asian fusion. Let's go and explore Gato. Hello, Baya. For 2, please. Thank you. So as you can see, a lot of this too is sort of like tucked away in these tiny little alleyways, but then once you get up to the top, you're just in like paradise. So welcome to Gato. I find myself coming here often. When I'm in Delhi, it's just one of the places I really enjoy. Okay, we'll go for the 6-piece one. And we'll do one as well of that one as well. So it's a vegetable dumpling with a crystal base. Not like your flour base, but probably a rice base. It's very hot. Delicious. I just gotta point out, like, the color in this is just so awesome too. Like, it's got sort of everything. You've got a little bit of the, you've got like the shrimp kind of coming through, which adds that sort of pink layer, and then you've got like this beautiful kind of curry with sort of a chili, like a sort of a chili oil that's dripped in with the Thai coconut curry, and then these like green edamame beans, which are just so awesome too. Edamame beans. I'm not pronouncing these properly tonight, but anyway, there you go. And this has, yeah, I can taste it right away, even just from the one bean. Has such a good, like, creamy, like, coconut milk taste, like just that awesome classic Thai coconut curry flavor. So we're gonna dig in and try one of these out. That just honestly is so delicious. Like the creamy coconut milk mixed with a bit of spice kind of cools your mouth down and makes it spicy at the same time. And you've got the crunch of the edamame beans.
Stir-fry pork chop with frizzled onions.
Oh, that looks delicious. Thank you. So the dumplings were more the appetizer. Now the main course has come. This is by far one of my favorite meals that I get basically every time I come to Delhi. The smoky barbecue pork belly. So you get 3 skewers like this, all cooked to just complete deliciousness. Like, just the best. It's crispy, it's like fatty, it's absolutely so tasty. The sauce that they use on it too is so good. Underneath you get a bit of a stir fry as well with just some baby corn and bok choy and broccoli. Very sesame flavor. And then of course you've got your delicious sticky rice, and then over here we've got a bok choy fry with onion, or like with shallots and crispy onion as well. And that's all this is. This is all just bok choy with a little bit of soy sauce. So we're gonna go in and give each of it a taste. So what I like to do with the egg, since the rice is really hot, I kind of like to just break it all in there and let the egg kind of cook from the hot rice. So you kind of go like that. The perfect bite sort of consists of everything. So put a little of the rice on the plate. Some of the vegetables that's hiding underneath all this deliciousness. And then of course you've got the barbecue pork belly. So that is the perfect bite. They also give you a bit of a side sauce, which is kind of meant to dip your pork belly in, or you can just kind of pour it over top. Here we go. Everything about that bite says you gotta come to Gato. You gotta come all the way from wherever you are in the world. Come to Delhi, come to Gato and order this. It is totally, completely worth it. It's just so full of flavor. And then in between, they cook some green onion too, which kind of just adds that like nice like veggie taste as well with all that gooey sauce. Gotta get my vegetables in after all this other stuff. I specifically order vegetables just so it's I tell myself it's healthier if these are mixed in with the pork. So let's go for the gold here. The bok choy is cooked really well. This does have a bit of a spice to it. It's nice. It's drizzled with a little bit of like sesame oil as well. It's not overly salted. It's crispy. It's like they haven't overcooked the bok choy, which is really important. But then adding in like the crispy onions with these red chilies, and the red chilies are hot. They're pretty hot. Honestly delicious. I am so stoked that we came across this restaurant, Daryaganj. We're here in Aero City, which I'm so excited to show you. So we have here Mr. Kundan Lal Jaggi, who literally invented butter chicken. Like, we're talking the dish that every single person in the world knows, butter chicken. There's the founder. And it's his grandson, did I get that correct? His grandson that now is running this restaurant, this location. So it's Mr. Kundan Lal Jaggi's grandson who's now running this restaurant, but it is literally the bloodline that created butter chicken and another very, very popular dish called Dal Makhani. So Mr. Jaggi, the guy that invented butter chicken, and we're at the restaurant right now serving that butter chicken, which is so insanely cool. He was actually a part of the Indian partition. So he actually was a refugee from Pakistan, one of the Punjabi refugees. We've just received the mutton Sikh kebab, and I just love it. It's so India with its colors, especially. Like, it's just got like every color on here. It's served on this like really beautiful brass plate. They've served, of course, your chutney, and then you've got your pickled onions as well. But now we've got the main courses coming. Awesome. Some rice, steamed rice.
Mutton curry, butter chicken.
Ah, the butter chicken.
Daryaganj chicken curry.
Daryaganj chicken curry. Oh, it all looks so delicious. Awesome, thank you so much. This is the iconic butter chicken. The original butter chicken, you can actually see, now I can't eat this unfortunately because it has cashews in it, but it's a lot more coarse. It's not as creamy as what we know of butter chicken today. It's really coarse. This is the chicken, like a chicken curry. Chicken masala type dish. It's topped with some nice little greens there. And then of course we've got the mutton. In India, when you eat meat, they really love the bones because of course when you like cook meat, you're getting a lot more flavor inside your gravy, especially when you actually use the meat inside it, or sorry, when you actually use the bones. And you've got the bone marrow and everything's like cooking together. Sometimes you can get boneless. They actually even offer it here, but it's not any surprise to me that the original butter chicken recipe actually comes with bones because that's just how like most people eat meat in India. And then of course over here, we've got our garlic naan bread, which just looks so delicious. It's so gooey in texture. So I'm really, really excited to give this a try. So let's go for it. I'm gonna scoop up some, and you can see this is like right on the bone. It's so perfect. And of course a little gravy. And then we're gonna go for some steamed rice. Okay. And then of course a piece of naan to sort of rub it around. So we've got our dish here. Looks delicious. And it's so steamy hot. I'm just gonna go for it here with my hand. And by the way, in India as well, totally acceptable to eat with your hands. Generally speaking, only one hand. So you would use your writing hand. It's completely okay. Like you can mix your rice around and use your hands like for all the eating. Oh. The gravy is honestly just cooked to perfection. It's got really strong flavors of sort of tomato and garlic and cinnamon, a bit of cardamom. This is just really honestly cooked to perfection. So now we're gonna try the chicken. The aroma, and we got the famous Dal Makhani. Now, there's nothing wrong with having your food all mixed on one plate. That's kind of the fun of eating Indian food, but actually dal I do kind of like to keep separate, especially this dal, because this dal is like famous Dal Makhani, which is a very, very heavy, rich butter, lentil sort of curry. That's what Dal Makhani is. They actually top it off too with a little butter, or even fresh cream sometimes. And it's just like, yeah, it's like the perfect color. It just looks so good, so creamy. And so I'm going to eat this with my naan. All right, we're gonna dip it into the dal makhani, and it honestly smells so good. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. That is to die for. It's like the original dal makhani. Like this is where dal makhani came from. With dal too, you can eat it like this, or you can just pour it right on your rice. It's up to you. And then the last thing we need to try is the mutton seekh kebab. It's been like wrapped around the tandoori rod, and then it's like just a really tasty like ground meat. It's a little spicy, not overly spicy or anything like that. It has almost a bit of like a meatball texture. But yeah, the spice and the masala in it is seriously to die for. Like if you're looking for something just iconic and delicious, this is it. Fennel seed and some sugar, and you kind of mix it in the palm of your hand. But these guys have actually served it in like a personalized little box, which is pretty sick. So on one side of the box, you've got the fennel seed, the other you've got the sugar, and you just kind of mix a few of those in like that. It just kind of helps with digesting it and freshening your breath, especially after eating like a super rich dinner, like tons of just meat and butter and everything delicious in life. What's your name?
Amit Bagga.
Okay, and you are...
I'm the co-founder and CEO of the brand Daryaganj.
That is awesome.
This is one of our 5 restaurants, and we are coming up with 10 more.
10 more?
Yeah.
Like around Delhi only?
Yeah, I mean around Delhi and all over India as well. And
Wow.
we might be even getting into the international market. I believe from Canada.
Yes, yeah.
That's also on our plan, maybe 1 year later. Where in Canada are you guys from?
So we're from the West Coast.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
And so we understand that it's your restaurant, or at least the bloodline, that created butter chicken.
Yes. So Mike, show me the menu. My childhood friend Raghav Jaggi, he and me are partners who started this brand together.
Okay.
We are the founders of the brand. So my friend Raghav Jaggi's grandfather was the one who invented butter chicken dal makhani in 1947 in Delhi. So imagine what people don't know about it, that these two dishes were invented by one person. So this is his grandfather, Mr. Kundan Lal Jaggi.
Yeah.
Right here. So he was, and this is the restaurant photo where he opened the first restaurant, and this is the kitchen where he invented butter chicken and dal makhani.
Oh, that is the coolest thing. I cannot believe we came across you. This is so exciting. So like literally your childhood friend's
Grandfather. Yeah.
Okay.
Grandfather.
His grandfather invented butter chicken.
I Mr. Kundan Lal Jaggi, who was 95 years old when he passed away 2 years back, and I met him and I stood down with him. And the recipes you're trying here are his own recipes, original recipes.
Yeah.
And these recipes are like 75 years old, which you're trying. You know?
And they came from now Pakistan.
Yes. So what used to be Peshawar. Many
Peshawar.
years back.
Okay.
They came during the India's partition in 1947 to Delhi.
Okay.
And then in an area called Daryaganj, they started a restaurant and invented butter chicken dal makhani. That's why our restaurant is called Daryaganj.
We're talking like the butter chicken, like
yes.
And this has also been featured by Gordon Ramsay, from what I understood.
Yeah. And you know, if you see Chef Matt Preston, his 2 books also has mentioned that Mr. Kundan Lal Jaggi and Mr. That invented butter chicken and dal makhani as well. And there's some articles in New York Times as well. Our team will share you those articles. Have a look at them.
Yeah.
What we've tried here is to get back the old secret recipes. Get back to the classics.
Yeah.
And make everyone try the real North Indian food, the real Punjabi North Indian food.
Yeah, and I think it's really important that you've done this in Aero City, because so many travelers, they arrive and they come to Aero City, they freshen up, they walk outside, and they want Indian food.
Yes, so we are there right here.
We're right there. Like we're literally like 5-minute walk from our hotel. Anyways.
Well, great to have you over and enjoy the food and give you the feedback.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I really, really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So these are some of the celebrities that have visited this place over the years.